Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. Today I've got a ton of exciting things to cover, starting with Intel unveiling Tiger Lake, 2 new RTX 3000 GPUs found, Nvidia may be in short supply, and AMD implied they could beat the RTX 3000? But first, if you're looking for a mobile game to get lost in, look no further than today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. And yeah, I'm sure you've heard of it by now, but it's a whole lot deeper than you might think. For one, there's over 500 champions to collect, each with their own skill trees. Then with the millions of artifacts to equip, there's literally trillions of ways to create your team. Plus there's tons of other things to do, from arena to dungeons and even clan boss battles. There's something for everyone. Oh, and a huge update is coming with tons of champion rebalancing. So don't wait, go to the video description, click on the special link, and if you're a new player, you'll get 10 mystery shards, 1 energy refill, 100,000 silver, and a free awesome champion, Hexweaver. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, Intel has officially announced their 11th gen Tiger Lake CPUs, and they're pretty much exactly what was leaked. So far, Intel has launched 7 ultra-low power processors with 2 more releasing next year. The top-end model is a 4-core 8-thread i7-1185G7 with up to 4.8 GHz single-core boost. Now, remember that Tiger Lake introduces Intel's new Xe GPU architecture. That is, their Xe-LP architecture, which gets up to 96 EUs. According to Intel, more than 150 designs are set to release with 11th gen processors from all the major notebook makers. As for performance, Intel claims their i7 beats AMD's 4800U in a few key benchmarks. Though of course, I definitely wait for third-party testing. I mean, besides the fact that they show some fairly specific benchmarks and their history, they somehow got 2 times the performance from a video editing workflow. I'd expect most multi-threaded workloads that can handle Ryzen's 16 threads will do better for Ryzen, but I've gotta say it's pretty impressive for a 4-core 8-thread part. Not only that, but a 67% increase in 3D Mark Firestrike is a big performance jump, and they show Tiger Lake beating AMD's best iGPU in multiple games. What's wild is that it even beats Nvidia's discrete MX350 in multiple games as well. Let's just say AMD had better move to Navi, and soon. Next up for today, it looks like Nvidia is planning a slew of upcoming RTX 3000 GPUs as multiple new SKUs beyond the current 3 have already begun leaking out. Starting things off, we have the RTX 3070 Ti, which is essentially confirmed, as it was listed by Lenovo in their Legion T7 system. It has of course since been taken down, but not before the internet got a hold of a screenshot. Either way, as you can see, it comes with a whopping 16 GB of GDDR6 memory. So you know this isn't a typo or anything like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us any other specs, but there's still another card that Lenovo accidentally let slip. It's the RTX 3070 Super, which means Nvidia apparently plans to keep their Super lineup for their 3000 series, as well as their Ti models, which can definitely get confusing. Either way, this model only comes with 8 GB of GDDR6, so I'm assuming the Ti version is the much faster of the two. Next up for today, if you're planning to pick up Nvidia's newest RTX 3000 cards, you may want to do so pretty quickly, as Tweaktown published a report claiming we could see shortages until the end of the year. According to their source, who is unnamed I will say, the first wave of cards is said to be very, very small. Apparently Nvidia isn't sure of Samsung's yield capacity, so they've reduced the number of wafers until yields get better from the company. Now, I will say that I'll try and send out if and when pre-orders happen, so make sure to follow me either on Twitter or subscribe to the channel. As usual though, I do suggest waiting for third-party reviews before making a purchase. Just know that there may be shortages for a few months. Fingers crossed though that it doesn't happen. Lastly, I've got a really interesting story that was found and shared by you, the Meld Militia, so thanks for that. Either way, the story comes from a simple reply on Twitter. The original post was from the user Jeremy Soller, who essentially states that RDNA 2 doesn't stand a chance against the RTX 3000 series if the numbers Nvidia gave us are real. And from what I can tell, it was tweeted right after the specs were revealed, so they already knew about the final performance. Here's the interesting part though. Scott Herkelman responded with simply a thinking face emoji. For those who don't know, Scott Herkelman is the vice president and GM of AMD's Radeon division. Basically, he knows a thing or two about Big Navi. Now, his reply obviously doesn't say much, but the implication is pretty obvious. He's at least pretending Big Navi can beat the RTX 3000 performance. And remember that AMD is planning to compete even on the high end, so this should be in reference to beating at least the 3080. Of course, it could easily be marketing speak. AMD could have nothing to beat it, but they're doing this in the hopes people will hold off on purchasing Nvidia for something that's, let's say, a better price to performance than the 3070. Of course, that easily could be what a lot of buyers want. Still, the reply is in reference to performance, so they seriously could have a winner. As far as my personal opinion, I doubt it. I know some of you will claim I'm just some AMD fanboy, but to be honest, I'd be shocked if AMD could even remotely compete with the 3090. I mean, how could they have possibly known how powerful the 3090 and 3080 are? I just don't see it. But, I don't know, AMD at least seems a bit confident. Maybe, just maybe, they've got something up their sleeve. So while that does it for today, does AMD stand a chance, or is the RTX 3000 series simply too strong? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.